And the eye catch comes to a close as we come back to our scene. And the lot of you are in a hallway, just sort of roaming about. John, Jamie, there are, various paintings on the wall, some of which you cannot make sense of. Real abstract modernist pieces.
John cocks her head at one.
It looks like a series of squares overlaid.
Interesting.
Yeah, it looks like somebody hung up a piece of the flooring as wall art.
She slowly nods. So what are we doing exploring this random hallway?
We're looking for apples. That's keep saying that. That is me informing Swappy.
We're looking for apples. Okay.
Yes, because Shock made a joke calling Philippe Miss Guerre like a school teacher, and then made a joke about getting him apples every day. So now they're looking for apples. Which is very 2 a.m. drunk behavior of them.
I guess
Is it 2 a.m. yet?
No.
Is the pain gone on that long? No.
It's about 6 p.m. right now.
Oh my god, we're gonna be here forever. I guess John is gonna keep an eye out for any clues that would point us to the potential on course en route to Apple Station. I'm looking for a room that would have apples, I guess.
Well, I guess you'd have to
What do I
find
roll?
some supply closet or something.
Yeah, she's gonna take a look around if there's any like signs or anything in this establishment that would point them in the direction of potential apples.
Investigate keen, I guess?
Hey, one success.
One success, you look at a floor plan next to you, and you now generally know where the supply rooms are.
It seems the supply rooms are currently in the complete opposite direction we're currently walking in. And everyone's like walking ahead of her because they all missed the floor plan painting, or well, I guess, paper, and she turns around, she turns to them and she says, excuse me, everyone.
Huh?
We're going the wrong way. Complete opposite direction.
You see Shock come over to you, and then where are we supposed to be going?
She points to the map and starts tracing her finger on it so Shock can follow. We're currently heading in complete opposite direction, yes, so... So once we take our turn at this hallway, we're going to have to take another turn at the right, about 2 halls down from there, and then we should find ourselves at a supply room.
Shock looks to you, Philippe.
Well, that sounds right to me. I trust the lieutenant's judgment.
Very well. Follow me, and she's gonna lead everyone to the apple room.
You don't even know if there's apples there. You just know there's a supply closet.
There's supplies. Maybe there's apples.
I thought there was just an excuse to wander around. Weaver is becoming increasingly bewildered by the fact they're spending this time looking for apples.
Because it is insane?
It is deeply strange. I'm just gonna look for any opportunity to, maybe it wasn't having fun at the party, but it's gonna be more fun than looking for apples wandering around this place.
Weaver, stick with me.
yes, sir. And he'll like, with all the air of like of a little kid who is looking to sneak away from his from the school tour, like shuffle along dejectedly.
You look saddened. Would you like to talk about it, Lieutenant?
This is been a uniquely miserable experience.
I did warn you it would be a miserable experience.
I figured you'd have more like coping mechanisms for this. Aren't you used to this sort of crap?
Oh, I am. I had to go to them routinely back on Earth, in fact. And some of them are even somewhat fun. But at the end of the day, it's really quite simple to make it through the night like this.
Oh?
You take your brain, you imagine yourself, yes? And then you push yourself somewhere else, and you let your brain do what it needs to do. I usually find it handy to have scripts prepared on automated sentences, so to speak, in the brain. And then when you have to jiggle the brain and switch places with it, it will default to your script.
That seems unhealthy.
What do you mean?
Just completely disassociating from the your surroundings and hoping that a running on autopilot is going to work.
Oh, it always does. You know why?
No idea.
Because the only people who want to be here are the vapid or the merrymakers. Neither care if you give them the script. They're performing their own dance, after all. And they don't want you ruining their fun.
Noted.
I have a question, Philippe, Shock says.
Yes?
What's that make the golden goose boots, then?
The fuck does that mean?
Oh, remember, Courage's call sign is Boots.
Ah, gotcha. Golden goose boots. Alright, okay, I see it now. Philippe smiles, looks over her shoulder, and says, "Isn't it obvious? She's the merrymaker." Courage, more than anyone else, is one of two things. Either she believes she is immortal, or she believes her death is inevitable. In the former case, if she's immortal, what is there to worry about? Why not live every life like a day like it's a fun game? If her death is to come anyways, at some point in this combat, well, drink for tomorrow we may die.
How pleasantly irresponsible.
It's part of her charm, isn't it?
Well, she does have that in spades. I'll give her that.
And Philip just kind of shrugs and goes, "Well, there you have it." So, you see, Weaver, it is all a matter of just adjusting where your brain is. It's no different than going into combat, really. You have to turn off the parts of your brain that aren't helpful and focus processing power towards the parts that are helpful. If you consider it like a battle, then it'll become far more naturally to you.
You know, you even have your hapless second lieutenant leading you with a map. Very dangerous indeed.
And the nice thing about these parties, at least, is while there is some superficial similarity in the mindset required to treat it to a battle, no one dies at the end of these. He pauses. Usually. There has been a few times.
Nobody dies usually. Weaver looks at Nora, usually. Shit.
It's been years since there's been any duels. Literal centuries. Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about it.
In fact, one of my great grandparents fought in one of the last duels recorded on Earth.
Huh.
Urban then asks, over what?
Who cares? It was the whole practice of dueling is silly.
Don't tell Boots that. It'll break her heart.
There's a difference between what Boots does and a duel over ego. Boots, even if it is for her own ego, is performing a vital role in combat. She's whittling away enemy morale, she's keeping the strongest combatants focused on her, and ultimately she's providing very handy images to be sent back to the citizens that we are defending out here, so they will continue to support our efforts here.
Then you see Shock say, yeah, I think my folks said he's like on war bonds now.
If she stays alive throughout the conflict, I have no doubt she'll go down in history as one of our greatest heroes.
Ugh.
He kind of pats Shock on the shoulder. Never meet your hero, Shock. He winks.
Jeanne, you have led them to the supply closet.
I have led them to the supply closet. We have arrived at the supply closet.
You know,
Oh,
every now and then you see what looks like the cooking staff coming in and out of the room.
Are we even allowed in there?
well, one way to find out. Philippe walks up to the nearest one. Are we allowed in the room?
You see this nervous-looking Cronian smutter back. Do you speak Cronian, Philippe?
He's been working on it, but no.
The only thing you can parse from this guy, Philippe, is the fact that he says he doesn't speak Inner.
Oh, all right. Philippe
Don't
will
I
in
speak Cronian?
Cronian say, I don't speak Cronian.
Don't I speak Cronian?
You do.
And he'll direct Nora over.
Please say that.
Nora.
Hey, Nora. What's Cronian for apple?
Nora just says apple.
You say it in Inner just to
Well, that
spite
was
him.
That was anticlimactic.
And then she says afterwards, she just says it in Cronian. But she looks at the guard and just kind of asks in Cronian.
He's not a guard, it's a cook.
He's a kitchen staff.
Oh, I misread that entirely.
He's just some guy.
Just some guy. Yeah, are we allowed inside?
No, ma'am.
She
Nora,
repeats it respectfully.
Could you ask him for apples?
Such a funny ass. Can we have some apples?
What?
Do you have apples?
Yeah? Why are you asking?
We wish to acquire some apples.
I don't think I can give away apples.
She looks to Philippe, shaking her head.
Philippe will consider it for a moment. And then look over to Shock and be like, how much do you want apples?
Fuck it. I want on poker night. I can spend some money.
I was offering to spend the money. I would never make you buy apples for everyone, but I was just curious if it was worth spending money over.
I don't know. I think the story is just worth it.
Fair enough. Philippe will walk over to the guy and just put a ludicrous, like within the context of this request, amount of money in the cook's hand and say, a basket of apples, please, Nora, tell the man.
You put a honey in his hand.
Pizzas.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
He looks around and just walks off, leaving you alone with the door.
yeah, we'll wait.
No, he doesn't go in the door. The door you're trying to get into, he just leaves.
Oh, okay. All right. Philippe will give a dramatic bow to the others and say, "My noble pilots, let us acquire a basket of apples."
Jeanne, you walk into this room and
This room with hopefully apples.
you can see produce, lots of produce, onions, some
Onion.
mushrooms, bell peppers, potatoes, tomatoes, oranges,
Right.
lemons,
We're getting
What
closer.
are their apples?
and of
We're getting
course
close.
apples.
All right.
Found
Philippe,
it.
go on.
She will say, "Major, I found the apples," and she's gonna
Alright.
point.
Let's keep it tight, everyone. A single basket of apples is what we paid for. A single basket of apples is what we're getting.
Well, as I am the closest, as I was looking around for apples on my noble quest, to attain a basket of apples, I guess she'll grab the basket of apples.
There is, one of those like plastic square crates?
Yeah.
That's what you can find. And it's like, because
Oh.
this is a kitchen, it's beat to shit.
Good enough. I grab the apples.
Everyone starts filling up.
And we leave.
Weaver checks his watch. It's like, how long did that particular diversion take?
Well, now you have a problem. What are you gonna do with the basket of apples?
We're just gonna bring them back and eat them.
We have apples. Let's go.
Like I said, I feel like there wasn't really a big plan.
We didn't get that far ahead. We're like, this isn't battle. This is antics. We're just taking the apples back to eat them now. The Jutland Dragoons only have brain cells when we're in a combat deployment.
Really are just a bunch of friggin' goobers otherwise.
When you walk out the door, you see a man in a nice-looking suit turn at you and say in Crodian, "What are you doing?"
Ah, Nora, tell this fine gentleman that we were picking apples.
We were picking apples.
And we walk away.
Wait.
Yeah, we walk away.
Wait, there's no apples on the menu tonight. I made specifically sure of
We
this.
ignore him.
We just keep moving.
Yeah, we just walk away. Like,
I can't wait for us to poison the IVA general and increase conflict.
Huh? You said...
Like a-
What is your
Yeah,
rank?
thankfully.
What is your name, Major?
Philippe waves him off.
He stands right in front of you. I'll have you know, I am the mayor of this colony. Who are you people?
That explains the general incompetence of the staff. Philippe taps his cheek, and shock sees a familiar switch flip on in Philippe's eyes as suddenly the socially nervous, anxious Philippe is gone, and the Philippe that earned his nickname has surfaced again.
It's
Yeah,
happening
Nora just
again.
quickly just wait, Major.
Do you speak Inner by any chance?
Of course I speak Inner. Who doesn't speak Inner?
Oh, I didn't know if you were perhaps illiterate, as well as incompetent.
This man guffaws.
Philippe repeats the gesture and rolls his eyes. Really, all I've seen from this administration, time and time again, is just negligence and negligence. No wonder your own people are revolting.
How,
But that's all right. He takes an apple out of the basket. That's why we're here to clean up your mess.
how dare you?
I dare.
And then you hear a gunshot.
Oh.
Well, looks like we have another mess to clean up. Philippe just shoves the guy out of the way and says, "Loose order, everyone. Let's go see what happens. Stay low. Move quick.
And then you hear a couple more gunshots.
Mr. Mayor, please stay in the center of our formation unless you would like to be shot."
What?
I have never been so glad to hear
Nora's
gun.
drawn her sword already.
I will remind you, none of you have firearms.
Exactly. So, Philippe just puts one hand on his sword, one hand on the mare, and starts dragging the mare after them if he doesn't move of his own initiative.
Nora also has in her other hand an apple. We may not have a gun, but I have an
We have apples.
apple.
I don't think Jeanne ever sat down at a table, so she probably still has her sword on her.
Thing is, when you left it, you would have had to pick up your sword.
Yeah, we would have collected it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to escort this mare to safety and not into the gunshots.
You start walking, Philippe, in one direction, then you hear some gunshots, and then in another, and you come to the realization it's coming from all directions.
Philippe purses his lips, takes a bite out of the apple, and looks to Jeanne. Give the mayor the apples. Mr. Mayor, please hold on to those. It would be a shame to lose them. At this hour.
John takes the apples from Philippe's hands and practically she doesn't shove them, but she just like puts them in his hands, very much so of a this is not a choice on your part.
This is an order.
Now, Mr. Mayor. He waves his hand in front of the mayor's face to catch his attention.
He starts blinking. What?
Who do you think is attacking us?
I don't know. Rebels? NLF?
What rebels are in this colony? You're the mayor. You would have some idea, yeah?
NLF. Small cells.
And the LNF have sunken so low that they attack unarmed gatherings?
Well, they're terrorists, after all.
Fair enough, I suppose. Where are your guns?
They should be with the security for tonight.
Where is security keeping the guns, Mr. Mayor?
He rattles off the room numbers for every wing of the building.
I wish to use my power of remembering the floor plan map to purse where we're going. Do I remember?
You remember.
Okay, then John is immediately going to start pointing in the direction, but like military style, like we're going this way now. And she's going to start leading them towards the weapons room.
Philippe will kind of yank Jeanne back slightly and be like, you're the guide, yes, Jeanne. But, in this case, let someone more experienced take point. And he'll look to Nora. Nora, you up for it?
Up for it.
Shock, you protect the mayor. Don't let him out of your sight.
I won't let him.
Urban?
Yes, sir?
5 Fed dolls if you get the firearms before anyone else.
Deal.
Philippe shakes on it, looks over to Weaver, and gives him a confident smile. Well, Weaver, we're having fun now, aren't we?
I don't. I guess this is better judgment. Weaver thinks, no, this is better. I'd rather be shot at than be back in that reception.
All right, and we head out.
Nora,
Yes.
I'd like you to roll me calm awareness.
Let's see. Yeah, it's a 2 and a 2. Oh my God. That is 5 successes.
5 successes. Nora, in front of you, raises her hand to signal a stop.
Who?
You do, Nora.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Because you
thought something cut
notice around the corner, there's a group of 3 men in armor with giant fire axes. Dare to die.
Philippe licks his lips when Nora indicates that. Well, if anyone would like to run, now's your opportunity. Otherwise, I see no way but forward.
Agreed.
Oh, I see. We're encountering the other party. All right.
No, this is actual Dare to Die. These guys are hardcore.
Yeah.
They will blow themselves up just to get you.
Exactly. So like that's why Philippe has actually given the. If you want to run, this is the time to do it. Goodbye. Like.
So, Jeanne is gonna stand her ground because, well, that's her duty.
Do any of the other pilots leave? How many do I have with me going? Because it's about to become very important.
You have 4 with you. Cleric, No Call, and Lace are with you right now.
Okay. So overall, we have a total group of 8.
Mm-hmm. Versus 3 Dare to Dies.
And we have the mayor, but the mayor's staying back.
Well, yeah, because the mayor is useless.
Exactly. Mr. Urban, how do you fancy your odds now?
I don't know. I've never really killed anyone with a knife before.
Well, they're an army. I'm not going to tell you something useless like aim for the gaps. Here's what we're going to do. And Philippe kind of gives everyone a quick briefing, and he basically says, do not bother trying to duel these people. Do not bother focusing too much on Courage's sword lessons. 2 to 1, grab them to the ground, kill them as quickly as you can. If this turns into an extended fight, they will kill us. I will go in first, naturally. I'm not going to ask you to do something I'm not willing to risk my own neck doing. So, pair off. Shock, you, And Shock, take one of them with you.
Wait, I'm supposed to be looking at
John.
this yokel.
Yes, we're going to leave that to Urban now, since he only has his knife on him. Nora, you take Jeanne with you. Weaver, you're going to stick with me. Weaver, I'm going to have you go for his legs. That's going to be the safer area to go. I'll go for his torso and we're going to try to bring them down to the ground. Understand? To the ground.
Understood.
All right. Good luck, everyone, and I hope to see you all on the other side of this. And with that, Philippe is going to round the corner and just shout, Adam Dragoons! And we're going to make a team action maneuver check.
Please make me a charm leadership.
I request, how many narrative points do we have, Com?
5.
I request a reroll.
Yes. No, I see no negatives. So yes.
It seems important for this to work.
The reroll is a 1 and a 2 under a leadership and charm of 12. So that was 3 under 12 for a lot of successes. Let me pull up the actual number. 10 successes.
Fantastic.
So all 4 of the people on this sheet may go.
Well, I guess we'll let Philippe go first since he said he was going to go first. Or
Yep, Philippe is going to rush Dare to Die number 1 after saying Adam Dragoons. And I imagine this Dare Die is momentarily surprised to see an unarmored federal officer just going to football tackle him. Because I need to stress, Philippe basically hits a sprint and then lunges through the air into football-style tackle to bring this guy to the ground.
And this guy, in response, is going to try to shoulder check you.
I figured as much.
Please make me a grit athletics.
May I lobby for melee with the context of the fight?
Sure, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, so that is a... That is 1 failure.
1 failure versus my 1 failure. Tiebreaker time. I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2.
Again!
reroll.
4.
6.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, thank God.
So you, Philippe, tackle this man as you run directly into his shoulder. Like it hits your shoulder quite hard. It hurts a lot, but you've unbalanced him and and there's a great metal clatter as he falls to the ground with you, and then he headbutts you.
Yeah, Philippe sees stars for a second, but Philippe is just gonna try to keep him on the ground, and he shouts for Weaver to like start stabbing. Like he just shouts, "Weaver, get him!" as he tries to hold him.
All right.
And I guess I will pass to Weaver to keep this consistent.
Yeah, I'll try and like follow up on the opening Philippe has given and bear this guy to the ground and stick it with the pointy end, because that's really about as much as Weaver knows about swords. It's still, at the end of the day, I just want to stab this guy. Once we get him down and not swinging a bloody fire axe.
Lace. You see one of the other
Yeah.
Dare to Die's turn, and with his, red fire axe, raises it above his hand. And the only Colonial word you can make out is him yelling Republic before he tries to take a swing as you run past. He's making.
Can I try and...
You try to what?
I was just gonna say, if he raises that up, can I just try and stab him
You can.
while he's doing that?
You can try.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it might force him to flinch and like try and get away from the sword rather than that blow.
Son of a bitch.
What would you like that check to be?
Grip melee at a -3.
Oof.
Yeah, don't fight these guys in melee. Just
Yeah. Crap. If it weren't for the minus, I'd be doing fine. Because I was aiming for a 7, I rolled a 6, so that's a fail by 2.
You were aiming for a 7.
I have some good news for you, Weaver.
Okay.
I rolled a critical failure. You run past this guy.
Oh, good.
And you make it upon the first Dare to Die.
It was just like wrestling with Philippe on the ground at the moment, but Philippe's momentarily got the advantage.
Yeah, there's lots of punching involved. Although, considering the fact that he is in metal armor and you are in a nice dress uniform, it hurts a lot more for Philippe to punch than this guy.
Oh, Philippe's not punching. This is grappling. There is no striking happening at this point. This is just Philippe grabbing and holding because he is relying on Weaver to actually do the damage with the sword now. But this guy can't just fuck us up in melee.
Yeah, although, Weaver, when you come upon them, you do notice that, this guy has a dagger in his hand, and that he's trying to stab Philippe with, but, it's being held, because as previously mentioned, Bishop has the advantage.
I mean, can I, just try and drop my weight onto this guy's arm to, pin it against him so he can't stab
Yes.
Philippe? And then I'm just going to, choke up on the sword. Instead of, throwing him by the handle, I'm just going to grab it by, the last, 6 or 8 inches of the blade and try and jab him with it.
The upper third, basically.
Yeah.
Some good old-fashioned half sorting. Where are you doing this?
Do I have an angle if he's, got that knife out, try and get it into, the armpit?
You could try that. That would make sense.
I hope everyone's ready to make melee aimed shots tonight. If we don't want to hit armor.
Yeah, do you want to make the same? That would make the -3 a -1.
Yes, I think I might spend a plot point, try and, actually have a good shot at doing this versus just,
I'm gonna be real. Everyone should spend narrative points on this first round because if we don't get these guys down, it's about to get messy.
Because we're going to die otherwise.
Yeah, these
So,
guys
yes, I will
have 10s and everything as their natural threshold, and Axes are a big melee weapon. They do double damage.
I've never been so bullied by my own creation before, Go Mine, conceptually. Like,
No,
So
you wanted Ed low style big fuck off dudes with axes, and I gave them to you.
I'm so happy right now.
I am so overcome with emotions, not positive ones.
Fear, loathing.
Yeah.
Hatred.
Exactly. What would you like for this check to stab this man then?
I have a question. What is your grit and what is your calm?
They're the same. 3s.
Already. Either or. Melee. And I have a question.
Okay.
So you're using a narrative point as a +2, yes.
Yes.
Which brings it up to a -1. Are you also using your reaction to make the attack aimed?
I think I would. Do I still have it though, or
Yes, you do.
would my first guy? Okay, I wasn't sure if that
Because
had eaten it.
that guy was doing something in response to your action, and you said you wanted to get to the other guy,
Okay.
and I allowed.
Yeah, you know, I think it's important to actually just get this stab in. So I'll push it to a net +1 rather than the -1 by giving up, right? Because the +2 when you let's see how this goes. Oh, that is 4 success.
4 success. You do 4 damage to the first dare to die, bringing him down to 6 health. You hear a grunt and a squelch as this happens. I'm gonna spend a narrative point. Hey, Philippe,
Yeah, I'm taking a wound.
please roll me grit composure.
Okay, so that is a 4, sorry, under 6. So that is 3 successes.
3 successes versus Bishop.
Is there a chance I can have
This is a narrative point, not an attack. Like it is something bad is happening to me that I had to roll against.
Oh, what's happening? Sorry. Something came up.
3 successes.
We're-
So what happens is this dare to die who's holding your hand right now, it's basically by the wrist, starts trying to crush it from the pain. It hurts, but it does not break, thankfully.
Philippe lets out a grunt of pain and just kind of basically tries to spit on the visor to obscure the vision. It's not going to do anything. It's just this is desperate, dirty fighting at this point, though.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes.
If it's okay if I have to spend a narrative point for this. But I have a gizmo, I have a gadget, I have a doohickey even that might relieve the situation.
What?
It's called Bishop's Regards, my short-barreled revolver.
We don't have guns. Remember, we had to check them.
None of you guys got guns.
Is there a chance I could have snuck it in here?
No.
God damn it. No fun. Alright, fine. I was killing him, stabbing him in the throat.
But it's not your turn yet. Frep has to pass it to an enemy. Unfortunately,
Actually,
well,
no,
an ally because we
an
did
ally.
a team action maneuver.
You did a team action maneuver.
Frep,
Yeah.
who are you passing it to, bud?
Well, I mean, Jeanne sounds pretty keyed up to do some murder, so I feel like that seems reasonable. Pass it there.
Cleric.
I guess I'm gonna do...
What do? So,
Guess I'm gonna...
as it stands, the first dare to die is on the ground with basically Weaver and Philippe on top of him. Weaver had just passed the second dare to die, who's looking that way as all this is going down, and the third dare to die hasn't done anything yet.
I think John is gonna take the initiative on the Dare to Die who's currently distracted. She's gonna run up, draw her saber, and just go to fucking strike him down while he isn't looking.
Alrighty. Poise
And I want
melee.
to try to do it. Oh, I was gonna say I want to try and do it without getting the attention of the other, but all right, poise melee. That's a 7. Hell yeah. Um, critical success.
A critical success?
Yes. They hurt the major, so all of a sudden this second Dare to Die just hears the fucking prowler horn in the background behind him. Excuse me.
So what happens, Cleric, is you run up to this guy and, with the hilt on your saber, you basically punch this guy in the back of the head. And he's out cold like a light on the ground.
And I guess with that opportunity, hands slightly shaking at the as she knows what she's about to do, but there's a sudden click in her eyes as her eyes sharpen, and I guess for a lack of the better term, the killer instinct kicks in as she raises the saber over her head and is gonna jam it into the guy's neck.
You hear a squelching noise.
Yeah, she digs it in and then basically jerks it, so it probably decapitates him partially, and then pulls the sword out. I guess, yeah, I guess that'll wrap my turn up for now.
No call.
Oh, excuse me.
Nora?
Yes.
What do?
What do? Nora is going to. Let's see. What's that? Apple in hand. Sword in it.
Wait, you still have an apple in your hand?
Yes.
Yeah, Paradox did specify that she was keeping the apple.
Nora's going to
Apple
rush
attack.
the third one. Aiming to hit him in the head with the apple, throwing it right in the head to possibly blind him, and then try to tackle him down.
Okay. I would like a tact slight.
Slight.
Mm-hmm.
Tesserates. So this test.
I'm gonna spend a narrative point to re-roll that. I keep rolling an inordinate amount of 11s right now. It's very odd. It's not statistical.
That is going to be a 3. So 1 success.
1 success. Alrighty, so this guy sidesteps the apple as, then you come upon him. And now it's time to try to tackle him.
Alright.
Please roll me grit melee.
Grit melee. Let's hope I roll on this one. Is it 5? Do it 5. So there's 1 success.
1 success?
Yeah.
Nora.
Mm-hmm.
You lose versus this man's 4 successes. As he tries to tackle you, try to tackle him, and seeing what happened before, he tackles you to the ground.
Oh.
And you see this guy pull out a knife and try to jam it right into your face. You have a reaction. What do you want to do?
Can't get in the gaps.
He's trying to stab you, and your immediate problem is not getting stabbed in the face. You have to beat 4 successes.
Let's try to think of the way I could stop him. Nora's just going to try to basically one hand trying to get at his elbow, and then the other hand trying to force him off from his actual grip from his knife.
I would like you to roll grit melee. Would you like to spend a narrative point?
Yeah.
It's for a +2, I imagine.
Yes. Three. 5 successes.
5 successes. You won over the third dare to die. You hear grunting as this guy is struggling to bring the knife down. But can't manage it. And the turn goes to the first dare to die, who's still in a tizzy with Philippe and Weaver. Lace.
Yes.
This guy is going to try to kick your feet out from under you.
Wow, that's going to be a problem for me because I don't believe I have a reaction any longer.
Yes, but Bishop does. Bishop, would you like to react? Psst, Peri.
I'm thinking.
Oh.
Hey, no. I was having to think. I'm here. Yeah, you know what? So he's just trying to attack fucking good old Lace over here.
Yeah.
Philippe is going to try to draw his own. We do have little service knives, right?
Yeah.
Philippe will just try to draw his own service knife and try to jam it to stop this guy from doing that. He doesn't really care if it actually hits anything vital, more just trying to knock this guy out of the way. Or, present a threat that makes him reprioritize.
Alrighty. Which one of those two are you trying to do most?
Just trying to make him reprioritize.
I would like you to roll this as a suppression check, then, with a +1.
That is a crit. A 1 and a 1, snake eye.
Add a potential point, as you do this.
It's that French knight memory kicking in, go mine,
Yeah, the blood memory from Agincourt. And Philippe, as you're in this struggle, you notice that the carpet is getting awfully soaked with blood. This guy's blood. As he takes an additional 2 damage because he cannot tend to his wounds. And I will pass the turn to you, Bishop.
All right, Philippe's just going to take advantage of the situation he opened there, and he's just going to keep stabbing, this time going for vitals.
I would like you to roll me, let's see, tact melee at a -3.
That is a 1 and a 2.
How many successes is that?
That is, I'm currently tallying, because what was the attribute again? Sorry.
Tact melee at a -3.
Hey, that was 3 under 4 for 5.
I have bad news. I rolled a critical.
I figured as much. That's all right. Fuck me up, guys.
Bishop, this guy kicks you in the nuts and then throws you off of him. Take 2 damage. So that's 1 for your
Philippe
armor.
groans in pain and rolls over, but tries to get back up.
And 1 to your body. Weaver.
Yeah.
This guy suddenly jolts up in a sudden fit of strength and picks up his axe and tries to cleave you in 2.
Well, that seems less than ideal. I will just try and dodge out of the way of that if I can.
Poise athletics, please. Would you like to spend a narrative point?
Yes, because I don't feel like getting axed. That seems really bad. Big fan of that not happening, in fact.
Alrighty, please do this with a +2. Cleric, actually no, Bishop, my bad. You can still give orders in situations like this.
Oh, yeah, I know. Just give me 1 second, because I'm actually currently, my wife has come over to ask me something.
3 success on the athletics to just dodge getting axed.
Versus my 5. Let's see if Philippe can't turn this around when he's available.
All right, I'm back. Sorry. Could you just real quick give me a summary of the situation? My wife was saying goodnight to me, and I was obviously not going to ignore.
So, you, of course, got kicked in the balls. They're stare to die, and a sudden fit of strength jolted up with axe in hand and tries to cleave Weaver in half. He rolled 5 successes. Weaver rolled 3. Is there anything you'd like to do via your special action to help Weaver?
No, I think Reaver should die. I'm just kidding. All right. Philippe is going to, in that moment, as shit slows down, bark out an order to Weaver. Go low.
Grit leadership, please, Philippe. And don't use your idiot savant, as you are currently writhing on the ground from getting kicked in the nuts.
Fair. All right. With grit and leadership, that is a 5 under 8 for 3 successes? No, 4 successes.
So that's a +2, which would make it a tiebreaker.
Oh dear.
So you can either roll this.
Sorry. Nope, that is correct. Ignore me. The calculator glitched for a second and showed a completely wrong number. It is 4 successes. My apologies.
So Frep, you can do one of 2 things. You can roll the tiebreaker, or you can, if you lose that, you take 2 damage, or you can spend a narrative point for the +1 just to win.
I mean, it feels kind of cowardly to not roll, but what are we sitting at right now?
3. Granted, if he hits you, it's gonna be a wound that you have to stop the bleeding on, and it's a big fucking axe.
I'm sorry to say, I'd really rather not get hit with an axe today, and I would like to spend that narrative point.
You do so. Weaver, as you step low, you see this guy basically single-handedly annihilate the grandfather clock behind you.
Ugh.
Before the bleeding takes him, and he falls to the ground again. Bishop, who would you like to pass to?
He will pass over to No Call.
Nora, what do you want to do?
Preferably get the knife away. Or maybe stab him in the neck. I don't know. Something like that.
So you want to grapple
If that's
this
even possible.
guy out of the way?
Yeah.
So I would like you to roll me grit melee.
What would he like to not be stabbed? Oh, you may. 3. That's 5. That is 3 successes.
3 successes versus my 2.
Oh,
So,
God.
Cleric, not Cleric, no, Call, you start to push this knife away from your face and into the carpet next to you before you roll over and throw this guy off you. You know, there's of course the clattering of metal. Who do you want to pass to? It can only be enemies.
Let's see. Is it gone yet? I'll pass to the first one.
First one. Alrighty, I'm gonna roll to see if this guy bleeds to death. This guy bleeds to death.
Yeah.
You stabbed him in a vital. What do you expect? Honestly, him getting up to destroy that grandfather clock was a miracle. You shouldn't have been able to do that. And the third dare to die is who he passes to last. Who I'm going to spend 4 narrative points on.
That's a lot of narrative points.
Everyone.
Oh, he's gonna kill himself.
Yes. You notice this dare to die pick out a satchel next to him and put his hand on the cord next to it. You all know what this means. Please, roll me a grit athletics to try to get away.
Oh. Nora. That's a
I'm
4.
gonna spend a narrative point to give
Can I-
myself a +2.
You may.
I still have a reaction. Can I use it to do anything, Gomon?
Yeah, you can try. What are you thinking?
Something very dumb.
Oh.
Oh, I have an idea. I hope we're thinking of the same.
Are you thinking we use this other dare to die to try to
True.
Oh, that's also pretty good. No, I thought you were gonna throw your knife and try and like pin his hand to the floor.
that's too cool for Philippe, unfortunately. He's not there yet. But
He's not main character level enough yet.
yeah, we're not. We don't have those levels in energy. But I did think of it, and I had if I was playing a certain other archetype of character, yes. But with Philippe, no. Philippe is going to do heroic dumb thing instead, which is either he is going to throw himself at this guy and try to twist the guy around so that the guy's body takes the blast, or he's just going to try to grab the other dare to die and literally just kind of not throw, but like shove him over to the other guy to create a dare to die sandwich.
I thought you were going to use the other dare to die as a meat shield. considering that it's a corpse.
It is part of the plan is to use it as a meat shield, but it's an offensive meat shield rather than a defensive meat shield. But I think in this case, Philippe's not going to judge that he has time to fuck with a armored corpse and throw it at someone. So Philippe's going to do the dumb thing and charge the guy with the satchel charge and try to basically get him on the ground so the satchel charge is against the ground and him. Not necessarily Philippe, but this guy, if you get what I'm saying. Philippe is probably going to lose a limb here, though, regardless. If not die. But that's what we have narrative points for.
You do.
I mean, it
this.
sounds cool as hell.
Yeah, it sounds cool, though, right, Frep? Like, no matter what.
You do this. Jeanne, you see Philippe tackle this dare to die to the ground, pinning the satchel charge to the ground. Jeanne, I would like you to roll me grit athletics.
Oh, I already spent my narrative point for 6. Okay.
No, that hasn't been spent yet because Philippe had a better idea.
Oh, then do I get a bonus?
Would you like a bonus?
Yeah.
I'll give you a +1.
You gave me a +1?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Then that'll be enough for a success.
1 success. Philippe, as you have this guy on the ground, you suddenly get tackled off to him, and then there's a big clattering boom. Philippe, your ears are ringing.
All right, what happened?
I tackled you out of the way.
From a satchel charge?
Apparently.
Actually, it wasn't a satchel charge. It was a bundle of grenades.
That's not any better.
It's anime. Don't worry about it.
You hear Urban yell out, "Is everyone okay?"
Nora looks over to Philippe.
John's currently on top of him.
I think we're good.
Urban looks around the corner. What the fuck? Philippe, the ringing stops.
He coughs, clears his throat, and says, "Let's keep moving, everyone. Good work."
Is
Nora's
there
still
any
gonna check
non-exploded
Philippe.
fire axes in the detritus of these Dare to Die now left?
Yeah, grab the gear.
I'd rather fire axe than this sword, I gotta say.
Same.
Hey, get this. You find 3 pistols. Who gets them?
Shock Nora and Jamie.
Say who has good firearms.
The sad thing is, I think I'm equally as good with a sword as I am with firearms now. And that I'm not really amazing at either.
All right. Well,
But yeah, if there's a pistol, I'll take a handgun if it's going around.
Who's getting them exactly again?
Shock, Nora, and one more. What was the last one?
Weaver.
Weaver. Yeah. I'm guessing the axes are still there, unless I guess one of them been blown up.
Yeah, one of the guys has been kind of eviscerated.
We'll salvage one of the breastplates and slap the mayor in it. Some fine Cronian steel for you, Mr. Mayor. Philippe will just shove it into his arm.
He looks down at the charred piece of metal and says, "If you get me out of here, I'll make sure you get a medal."
Noted. Please put that on. Wouldn't want to stray around taking you out then.
He turns around and you see Urban helping strap this guy into the breastplate. So where to now, O fearless leader?
I didn't expect to make it this far.
Well, then Shock says, then what do we do?
Well, I mean, the plan hasn't changed. We keep heading towards the security section to retrieve weapons. It's also going to be the most fortified place.
Alrighty. You all get on the way. Jamie, Nora, the pistols in your hand feel strange. They're automatics, not martial. These look like guns for cops.
Gotcha.
You know, you've never trained with an automatic before.
Fair enough. I'll like eject the eject the mag and see what we've got for ammo on this thing.
You got like 3 rounds, and then you turn the corner and you see a bloody hallway that these Dare to Dies had just come through, and there's around 7 corpses on the ground in various states of dismemberment.
Nora just keeps moving.
Keep moving, I guess.
Jeanne, how are you feeling after your first face-to-face encounter with a Colonial soldier, a rebel?
John is, as everyone is discussing and Philippe is doing that, John's kind of like taking a knee as she's catching her breath after her first kill and also having to tackle him out of his suicide attempt. I mean, heroic bravery. She looks to her hand, which isn't bloody, but in her hands, it is. It is bloodied. She did kill that man. But, there was no blood on him because he was on the ground knocked out and she stabbed him from above. Anyway, and she looks back to the corpses. The man she stabbed, who's probably kind of blown to bits by the suicide grenade, and the blown to hell guy, and the guy who bled out. She takes a breath, picks herself up, dusts herself off. There's a slight change in her demeanor as she dusts off her dress pants and just keeps marching forward.
You know, as you get closer and closer to the security room, the sounds of gunfire intensify. Philippe, what's the play as, you're getting closer and closer? It sounds like there's a firefight ongoing.
Well, same thing we've been doing. Get closer, appraise the situation, and act from there.
Alrighty. When you arrive, what you notice is a section of what looks like Ute-Nicky shock assault troopers. They look IVA. They're speaking inner, so they sound IVA. Engaged in a firefight with the security forces inside their hidey hole.
Philippe will look back to the others and just say, Joe Vags. Do we have numbers?
You're evenly matched.
And they're facing away from us in this firefight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then the solution here is unfortunately rather simple. We're going to have to try to creep up on them and dispatch them, get as close as we can and hit them from behind.
Yeah.
Because if we just get into another firefight with them in the hallway, they're gonna beat us because they are, close quarters clearing shock troops. If we get the drop on them, we can probably take
they
a
have
few out.
SMGs,
Exactly.
and
But what?
and a lot of these guys are in fact trained in CQC when you are not.
Exactly. So we don't want to get into a firefight here. The best thing we could do is just creep up on them and try to hit them from surprise, essentially. And so Philippe just relays it to the others. And he says, once more into the breach, huh? Unless anyone has any extra grenades off those Cronians.
Wait one.
I was about to ask you actually.
That's
Did they have any grenades?
Urban says as he pulls out the grenade, does this technically count as being first to get the weapons, or do we have to get to that room?
Philippe hands him 5 Fed dolls and basically takes the grenade and then looks. All right, who here remembers their training the most?
I do.
He hands it over to Nora and says, then, Captain Nora, how about you show us what you can do? And I will turn that into an order by Philippe, and he will also use his action to assist her.
Alright. Nora's gonna get ready. And then
What do you want me to roll for the order first, Gomide?
Let's see.
Also, Philippe will take the gun from Nora now, since she's throwing the grenade. Like,
Let's see. Keen. Leadership. Yeah, leadership makes sense here.
right, keen leadership, and I guess after the grenade, this is kind of weirdly formatted in terms of timing. I'm going to do the action now, but in reality, it is Philippe waiting to act for Nora to throw the grenade before shooting. So, but essentially what's happening is Philippe's turn. He passes it to Nora for her to throw the grenade with the leadership bonus. Yada, yada. I think you see the order of operations.
Yeah, you get pulled, you use your special to do the order, you go into attack on your regular action, then she acts.
Precisely. Do I have my leadership bonus back, or is my nuts still hurting?
Your nuts are no longer hurting quite as bad.
Excellent, excellent. In that case, hey, Nora, how do you like 7 successes to be added, so to speak, to this?
No, so remember, it's always divided.
No,
by...
I know, but I'm saying the 7 success threshold.
Yeah, so that would be a +3, Nora.
It's +3. What am I using here?
Let's see.
So
Describe
firearms.
to me your grenade throw.
Nora's gonna essentially try to, because how are they set up in this like little area? Because I'm assuming they're like kind of hiding behind corners to shoot back at them, or are they in the open right now?
You basically see it's basically like a plus signed fork in the road, where imagine say there are 2 guys on opposite ends of a hallway, and down the open hallway that they're not standing in, that's where the security is, and that's where the direction of the firefight is going. So like if
these
say
guys with this grenade.
yeah, if you
Nora's-
well.
Just like she threw the apples, she's going to essentially try to get it as far as she can right in the between them.
It all comes back to the apple.
Tact
The apple.
ordinance.
And then Philippe will shoot.
So 1 and a 2. That's 8. That is 6 successes.
6 successes, right on the goddamn money. I would like you to roll me a 2d6.
Right. That is an 8.
An 8?
Yes.
Normally, that would inflict 8 damage. However, these guys are Utniki. They have flak jackets.
Ooh.
So they take 4 damage.
Right, and Philippe opens fire, but he is very clearly not used to the way this weapon handles. As I have rolled an 11 over a 6, assuming it was going to be a keen firearm.
Ooh, that ain't great.
But it's not a crit fail at least. It's one off, one off.
It could be so much worse. The gun could explode in your hand or something.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, there's just a burst of fire, but it's ineffective. But who can really tell in these circumstances?
No one's really keeping count like that. As, you shoot down the hallway, and who would you like to pass to? No call.
You still have your special action. Do a team action maneuver. Please.
True.
Please remember that you could do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I can give them as order here.
No, just team action maneuver. Like,
Yeah, I'll do a team action move.
Please roll me grit leadership.
you could literally, you're XO max, so you could just say Adam, essentially. Like, that's what Philippe's team action maneuver order was after the planning. It was just Adam Dragoons.
That's 6. Let's see what I get. It's a 3. That is 4 successes.
4 successes. So 2 additional people may go, which means the entire party gets to go. Cleric, what do?
Just making sure what's the situation.
So, Nora has thrown a grenade between this squad of Utniki. From their 9 health, they've been reduced down to 5. They are mostly dazed right now, but Bishop has whiffed his shot. So, everyone with the gun hasn't been able to do much so far. You don't have one, but Weaver does.
I mean, they're stunned right now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're stunned. I might try to take the initiative. I think, as risky as it is, I think Jeanne is going to charge in as fast as she can and just try to slice these guys as quick and precisely as she can, and then try to back off a bit.
Alrighty. Who's your target?
I'm gonna go for the first and maybe the second one.
Alrighty. Please make me a grit athletics check.
Great athletics for my attack or to get close?
This is for your move check.
Two successes.
2 successes. Make your melee at a flat.
Okay, 2 successes. A poise, or I assume poise.
You can make a poise.
Yep. Poise melee. What's narrative points looking like? 6. I'll give myself a +2.
Using a reaction or a narrative point?
A narrative point.
Alrighty.
All right, 1 second, please, and thank you. One second. My dice have vanished into the ether.
Ether dice, ether dice.
I'm rerolling that because I feel like I'm cheating.
What?
I rolled another crit. but I feel like I'm cheating. So if you want, I can re-roll it.
No, you rolled a critical, then you rolled a critical.
Okay. All right. I rolled a critical. I guess this is John's awakening to
How do you
Hey,
killing.
dispatch?
It's like Pancake told you. Like Philippe just does that to people.
So I guess while Philippe told her we shouldn't engage them in close combat because they are close quarters shock troop. John, after the grenade goes off, you see her run past everyone, sword in hand. Philippe, you catch a glimpse of her face, and there's something very noticeably different about her expression as she fucking slides in and is just hacks away at these two guys, but almost in a clean motion. She like takes a swipe at one's throat. The guy, I guess, ends up clutching it because I assume I killed him, and then she turns around and basically rams the saber for the other guy.
No, for the other guy, I would like you to make an additional melee check.
Oh,
Like correction, Philippe didn't say not to engage in melee. In fact, that was kind of the goal of what we're doing here is to get in close quickly and hit him hard because we can't
then
get
she
bogged
is
down.
fulfilling his orders perfectly.
Exactly.
So do I make a flat roll?
No, this would be at a -4. Actually, no, -3. My bad.
All right. Not good.
Not good.
Not good. I got a 7 on a 4, so that's gonna be 3 failures.
3 failures. So what you see happen, dear cleric, is you take a swipe at this guy with his rifle and bayonet. He bats you away and goes to try to stab you. Would you like to use your free dodge from the snapshot?
Yes.
Please make me a move check at a -3. And let's
Poise maneuver?
poise grit. Would you like to use a narrative point? You have 5.
Yeah, sorry, you said poise grit, as in like poise or grit maneuver?
Athletics, my bad.
Poise, athletics, I'll use a narrative point.
Or acrobatics,
+2.
whichever is higher, really.
Okay. Oh, well, they're both the same. I got a 3, 5 successes.
5 successes. Let's see. You didn't use a narrative point, correct?
I did use a narrative point.
You did use a narrative point. Okay, just making sure. Let's see. I rolled a 4 versus a 9. 5 successes. You said you got 5 as well.
Yep, D6.
D6 time. Tiebreaker. 6.
4.
4. Cleric, the only thing that happens is the bayonet, as you twist out of the way, ever so slightly grazes your ear. It hurts
And
a lot. It hurts a lot.
And a bit of, yeah, it hurts. And a bit of blonde hair is, cut and it, goes dramatically in the wind. But she grits her teeth and looks at this guy just...
While this is happening, Lace, what are you doing?
Yeah, Lace.
I mean, all this running in and being super brave sounds great. I'm going to take a knee and just, fire a pistol at these guys was my plan.
Tact firearms, please. Would you like to use your reaction to give yourself +2?
Yes, because I feel like I want to drop these guys who are, currently tied up with Cleric. So try and put them down as fast as possible. So I will give up my reaction for that.
Alrighty. Who are you targeting specifically?
Who was the one who took the swing with the bayonet?
That is the second Utniki. However,
yeah,
that guy doesn't have a reaction, but the third and fourth Utniki have not had their reactions wasted yet.
I think it's best to just double down on the one who has used his reaction.
Okay.
Maybe I'm
both up. They're both legitimate choices. I just wanted to bring up that there is an alternative.
Nope, fair enough. I think I'll just try and drop that one. Manage the oh, that'd be what do you want, keen firearms or
Tact. Also, you see the third Utniki from the ground level his rifle and take a few shots at you. Please, instead of a +2, you have a +1.
okay. Rolled a 4. I was under a 9. I believe that is 5 success.
5 success, which actually should be enough to drop this guy. Cleric, the Utniki in front of you as the two of you step away, is dropped to the ground, writhing in agony.
Good.
Who would you like to pass to, Lace?
All right, I guess it's now the enemy. The enemy.
I say, I'm just looking at the combat sheet that we've all gone, so I guess I'll go with Udiki 3 then, if we've all acted.
Alrighty. And he's gonna try to keep up fire on you, Lace. But because you're next to cover, you're gonna be in hard cover, so that's a -2 for this guy. Need a 7. That is exactly a 7. Bishop, I have a question.
Yes.
You have a reaction. I would end up hitting Lace if you were to do nothing. Do you want to spend your reaction?
Philippe will try to open fire. Can I return fire on this guy and potentially take him out, or no?
You can, or you can suppress him. I only got the 1 success.
I don't.
Is the thing.
I don't want to play around with these guys. Is the other thing though, because I'll focus on keeping Lisa alive right now. As much as I want to get these guys down, so we don't have an extended fight with them. I think Philippe will just fire another kind of wild burst when he sees the guy raising a rifle to cover Lace.
Please make me a tact firearms at a +1.
Okay, with a +1, that is a 6 under 7. So that is 1 success.
Wait, that's 2 successes.
Yeah, sorry, 2 successes.
Which is enough, as the shot whizzes past you, Weaver. And Cleric.
Yes.
The fourth Utniki tries to train his gun on you, and you're very close to him. What do you want to do?
If I'm very close to him, I guess I'm gonna take a slash at his arms.
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna like see him point the gun at me. I'm just gonna go like a quick, like, I'm imagining this is happening pretty much like mid twist from the bayonet strike, and she's just gonna go. Hah!
Alrighty. I would like you to make me a grit melee.
Grit melee.
You need to beat 2 successes.
Okay. So for 3 successes, I did it barely.
So what you see happen is, you basically slice off this guy's bicep before he falls to the ground. And Cleric, you see from the door they were shooting at, the local Colonials hop right out. And they're soon on top of the situation, and the 2 Utniki in front of you pretty weakly raise their hands and surrender.
John's just pointing her saber at the guy she just fucking cut the bicep of.
You notice this guy cursing in English, which Nora can understand as he's just saying, "Son of a bitch."
No, Nora, you can't just stab them.
Excuse me?
Nothing.
John is holding the sword up to this guy. She's glaring at him as, he's basically cursing. But she eventually lowers her sword, turns to the Colonials, and basically does the head nod to start, taking them in.
They do so with a great coarseness.
Nora's just looking at the group. She's going to.
John is going to take off. John's going to do something a bit uncouth. She's going to take off one of her white gloves, her, pristine white glove, and she's going to use it as a wipe for her saber.
Philippe.
What was Nora saying?
Oh, yeah, what? Nora said something? Paradox?
Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
Nora was just going to get a weapon so that we can continue.
You pick up a Jovian-made rifle. It is made of wood. If I were to describe it, imagine if they made an SKS bullpup. It's a wooden Kierzite construction. Not metal, Kierzite.
Gonna look at it with disgust. Good to go.
Philippe will go over to the Colonials and basically be like, status report.
Sir, so far as we can tell, this is all one big assassination attempt on the governor.
Has it succeeded?
Not to my knowledge, but there was apparently an issue with with Admiral Callaghan.
What? What happened to the Admiral?
Well, he's currently en route to a hospital. He suffered a heart attack.
Is the attack still ongoing, or is it at an end?
Well, things have been quieting down. They're either in retreat or they were stuck in contact with us, as far as we can tell.
Alrighty. Urban, bring the mayor over. With these ones dealt with, is your office and armory secure?
It is, sir.
Mr. Mayor, we return you to the protection of your own colonial troops, as this area is secure and this will be the safest place for you. Philippe renders him a salute.
In Saturn, we don't forget the people who do us favors. I'm very serious about that medal.
Just make sure you mention my pilots as well, sir. Now, with your permission and the permission of the highest ranking colonial alive here, who is it like a sergeant or like a lieutenant?
It seems to be a Sergeant Himera.
Sergeant, I'd like you and your men to stay here with the prisoners and the mayor. Keep them under watch. Do you have a communications device we can bum off you?
We have some radios.
I'll take one, please. And if we may take any surplus gear as well, I'd like to find out what's happening with the rest of the federal forces.
Alrighty. You are brought into this security room. And, there was about 8 guys in here. And you're brought over to the one of the radios, and you have access to it. So what do you want to try to find out? Get into contact with who?
Honestly, he imagines that if anyone's taken charge of the situation, it's going to be General Devers with a radio set somewhere. So he'll go, General Devers, come in.
Oh, Bishop, you hear Slowpoke said. Where have you been?
Well, sir, we got a little separated and we were protecting the mayor of this colony. My pilots and I have managed to safely extricate the mayor, and we encountered some troubles with the Dare to Die unit on the way. Where do you need us? We're currently at the security arsenal. Well, armory.
Make your way back to the ballroom. Make sure not to go near the east wing. There's still a firefight going on there, but we have most of the other spots of the building under control. We're still trying to get a full count of the wounded.
We're still capable of fighting here. Are you sure you don't want us to go join the help in the situation out in the East Wing?
Leave that shit to the ground pounders.
Understood, sir. Philippe will go bishop out,
Slowpoke out.
and we'll just Philippe will turn to the others and say, in fact, it appears we've been relieved of our duties of security operations, everyone. We'll just be rejoining the other pilots. Hand the firearms over to the collies. And he nods to the Colonial sergeant and hands him the automatic pistol.
He looks down and is like, why are you carrying around a beat cop gun, sir?
I ripped it, well, one of my compatriots here ripped it from the hands of a dare to die.
Dare to die? How the they get a dare to dies on the colony?
That is a question I am very keen to know the answer of, Sergeant, and I suspect you and I will both very much dislike the answer. But this is yours now.
You hand it off and get to the ballroom. Once you get there, you notice a impromptu cordon with the civilians in the center, as you see Colonel Baji, along with the brigadier, running administration and yelling things over to General Devers and the governor.
Philippe has reclaimed the apple basket from the mayor, naturally, and he's handing out apples to the pilots who survived this run with him. I think that is the most expensive apples I've ever purchased, compatriots.
Yes, Major.
Good work
Agreed.
out there, everyone. You're dismissed for now. Go get some rest. I'll go report to the others and see if there's anything else we need.
Then you hear, "Oh, sir," and then you look over and you see Courage.
Courage! How'd you quit yourself today?
You see a big red blood stain on her trousers. She says, "I had a very interesting night, sir."
As did we. Apple. And he offers her an apple.
Oh, why? Don't mind if I do. So where did you get the apples?
We acquired them from the mayor of the colony.
Huh?
That's a long story.
You think we'll get medals for this?
Well, they'll certainly try, but I doubt it. It's bad show to hand out medals after a disaster, after all, and some heads are going to start rolling with this security failure. Not our fault, of course, but still. Did you hear about the Admiral?
I was there with the Admiral, actually. I was talking to him.
What happened?
When this all started. We ran into a room, and I had to carry him on my back, you see.
Well, he'll certainly get a medal then.
Well, if he lives.
Lives or dies, you're Courage Hampson, and you almost saved his life. And if he survives, you did save his life. Either they'll give you a medal either way.
Well, I just hope I can get some rest soon. Awesome.
There's Banker holding it.
Oh, Banker, you're... he'll be fine. We're terribly hungry, though. I think it's ruined.
You realize he... Indeed. You realize he's head over heels for you, yes?
Huh?
Philippe just looks bemused.
So the social filters just haven't come back up for Philippe yet, eh?
Yeah, that would be accurate.
Okay.
looks at you very confused. What are you talking about?
I'm saying that I believe Banker harbors some romantic affection for you.
What? No, we're just friends.
Have you asked him?
Why would I need to ask him? That would make things weird.
Well, you should probably ask him. Nothing like a night like this to bring out a conversation such as that.
If you say so.
Plus, the worst he could say is no. And then you just go back to normal. And you could blame crazy Major Philippe. Not the least bit curious.
Huh? Why?
Why not?
That wasn't the question, sir.
And yet it was the answer, and Philippe walks away.
Leaving Courage very, very confused.
As God intended.
Or just laughs and walks off.
Nora, how do
Wait, is God? Because at this point, that's a whole other set of issues.
Wait, what? What was that, Peri? That Frep?
just as God intended, it's like is Philippe now referring to himself as God? That's
No.
a
He's
whole other
referring,
set of issues.
he is referring to his God. Don't worry about it. There are only two devout Catholics in this unit. There might actually only be two devout Catholics in this fleet. Now that I think about it.
I was gonna say I feel like we think that this would be a matter of egoism, not religion.
You know, I feel like that's a statistical impossibility on the count of the fact that they still do conscription on Mars, so... If I guessed, you could probably make, like, maybe 3,000 of you.
Huzzah! There are thousands of us. Also makes it really funny that Shock and Nora were like, religion doesn't matter to us Martians. Philippe staring at them like, I know your asses are fucking lying about this. Like, you're the most, your planet's the most religious motherfuckers in this federation. Like,
That's what's funny.
you have a dust mother cult.
For I was wondering if Philippe would actually say anything about that.
He wasn't in the mood later.
So, Nora, how are you feeling about this night?
Got stepped on repeatedly.
New experience.
Then got to throw a grenade at people. Kind of a great night.
Are you regretting not going into the infantry?
No.
It makes a nice diversion, but who would want to do this as part of their job regularly?
The infantry?
Well,
Say,
I don't
we
even-
repeatedly said he'd
Nora,
rather be-
Nora didn't join the infantry because she wanted to outdo her parent.
Philippe will check in on Weaver and John afterwards and go, how are you two holding up now?
I'll let Weaver go first.
I'm not sure. Before I said I'd rather be shot at than put up with this fancy party. Now that I've had to go through the reality of it, I think I prefer getting shot at.
Well, that just means you chose the right profession, Weaver.
Hope so.
Jean, good work today.
John kind of looks up to him, having probably slightly snapping out of her flow state, if I were to describe it as such.
You're coming down from the adrenaline high.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, sir.
You performed excellently. You exceeded my expectations for you.
I'm happy I was able to, sir.
It wasn't just
And
that. You saved my life. Don't think I didn't notice.
Well, someone has to, sir.
He smiles and gives her a pat on the shoulder. You two get some rest, hmm?
John returns the smile, gives him a nod before looking back down at the hand at the white glove she used to wipe the blood off her saber, which is now stained red.
As is
Nora.
much of your uniform, to be completely frank. That and stained brown.
Yeah.
Sir.
Shall we go see if we can make ourselves useful?
Yes, sir.
And we'll go report to Slowpo.
You know, as you walk over, you hear Slowpo yelling, "Wait, everywhere?" Son of a bitch. As he throws the radio set down on the ground.
CAG reporting.
Good to see you, Bishop.
Good to see you, Slowpo. How can I help, sir?
He looks like he's stopping for a second. I'm gonna go report this to General Devers, but I don't think we're gonna stay in this building for very long.
He raises a brow.
The United Front is making another general offensive.
Where?
To here.
That's insane. There's more admiration in Philippe's voice than anything else.
Well, insane or not, we're gonna be busy.
It seems like it. Well, we'll have to pay them back for their insanity with reason, hmm?
Who joins the army? What reasonable man joins the army?
What reasonable man doesn't?
Well, I suppose we can argue about philosophy later. We have work to do.
Always a pleasure, sir. I'll get the pilots ready to go.
He nods.
Though the younger ones may need a bit of a breather. Do you know if we'll be launching straight into combat, or will we have enough time to rest them?
I think we'll have a day or two at the most. That should be enough.
Good to hear.
And as you walk away, Philippe, the screen turns to black as we close another episode.